where it originated from. It's stupid. Unless Jesus Christ invented Halloween, but I don't think he did. I haven't seen that.
I'm like 90%.
Maybe in the Gospel of Judas it's in there. Good morning, Fayette-Nam! Breaking news. It's the weekly Fayette News. We're live. Hello. We're taking call-ins now. We're going to read the weekly Fayette News from the Fayette Advertiser, Howard County's news leader since 1840. This Sunday is Trunk or Treat downtown. Trunk or Treat downtown Sunday. The annual Trunk or Treat returns to the downtown Fayette Square Sunday afternoon. The event is hosted by Downtown Fayette. Traditionally, it draws hundreds to Main Street where Dude, I am bad at reading today. Trunk or Treat is this. Some of this is the wording too, but Trunk or Treat Downtown Sunday is the headline. The annual Trunk or Treat returns to the downtown Fayette Square on Sunday afternoon. The event is hosted by Downtown. My gosh, how many times can we say downtown? Anyway, where costumed youngsters and their families enjoy 2 city blocks filled with games, activities, and of course, lots of treats. I think I'm just bad at reading because my daughter was up at 3:15 this morning going like, great job. Because she pottied, and so I celebrated this, and she must have woke up in the middle of the night being so proud of herself. But for those who've already signed up to host a truck, setup will be from 2 to 3 p.m. The event kicks off at 3 p.m. So that is not on Halloween; it's just on Sunday. So we're celebrating Halloween on the Lord's Day. I hate Halloween. Central Methodist kicks off its $30 million campus improvement campaign on homecoming, and they already have $16 million pledged. The campaign aims to raise $11.5 million for enhancements to the football, soccer, and track and field facilities. Notable projects under this goal include a purpose-built soccer facility at Alexander Field, a clubhouse for football and track athletes at Davis Field, and expanded spaces to support reserve athletes, intramural sports programs, and the marching band. An additional $3 million is being sought to upgrade the facilities at Estes Baseball Field and the Cox Softball Complex. Work's already been done on those clubhouses, which will also benefit the Fayette High School teams. They said it. Here it goes, which will also benefit Fayette High School teams and other organizations using the fields. Also in the plans are enhancements to hitting and pitching practice facilities, scoreboards, and broadcasting systems, as well as bleachers and concession stands for CMU fans. A goal of $4 million has been set aside for the renovation of T-Berry Hall, which has stood tall on campus since 1895. Numerous projects are planned to ensure ADA compliance, including an elevator somewhere. In Europe, they call that a lift. Central will also seek to raise $500,000 for the enhancements of its curb appeal and campus gateways. Is that a wave at Treegate? Because we should totally do that, please. They would make that road so much prettier. The silent phase of the campaign has already been ongoing since 2022 and has already raised more than half of the $30 million goal. To view the campaign's progress, find more information, or donate, head over to the CMU website. If you could just throw like a little bit of million at me, I want to build some pickleball courts in my parking lot. Anywho, money please. Linton United Methodist is to host an Italian restaurant to raise money for the senior center. They're going to host a special, who's the restaurant? Who is it? Oh, it's fake. Oh, here we go. Pastor Bill and members of the church are cooking up a homemade menu. Man, that headline made me think they hired Olive Garden to come in here for the senior center, dadgummit. The Fayette BOE, which I assume is Board of Education, approved ballot language for a proposed $2 million bond issues that will be put before voters in April. If approved, the district will sell bonds to fund improvements to its football stadium, including bleachers, a press box, a concession stand, and restroom. They say that if the bond issues, it will not result in increased property taxes. It will maintain the current debt service tax rate of 0.77 cents per $100 of assessed valuation. However, if it fails at the ballot box, taxpayers could see a slight reduction in their yearly property tax bill. Reservations are now being accepted for the annual Faha dinner meeting. Faha is having its annual meeting 6 p.m. on Friday evening, November 7th at the Inman Student and Community Center at Central Methodist University. So you can reserve for that. Dinner's $20. Seating is limited. Call Mr. Bagby. Fayette Christian Church presents Spooky Halloween Organ Concert. I don't think Halloween's a Christian holiday. And here's another article about Halloween. Hate Halloween. I don't care where it originated from. It's stupid. Unless Jesus Christ invented Halloween, but I don't think he did. I haven't seen that.
I'm like 90%.
Maybe in the Gospel of Judas it's in there.
Like 90% certain it's a corporate thing. Like corporations came up.
I mean, Hershey is having to push chocolate. Also, I love that like a lot of these big corporations are being like, hey, we're finally going to take these poisonous chemicals out of your ingredients. In 2027. The City of Fayette Electrical Supervisor Sonny Conroe got a plaque presented by the City of Springfield. Fayette hires a new police officer. You do not want to mess with that guy. Ralph Paris, who was started shortly after he was sworn in. The Fayette Police Department is still short 3 officers with 5 of 8 positions filled, including City Marshal Bo Wells.
I did meet that guy. He's a big guy.
Yeah. Don't commit crimes.
Quick fact: when Christianity spread through Europe, the church tried to Christianize some Mayhain by establishing All Hallows Eve, the night before All Saints Day, November 1st, which honors saints and martyrs. So Halloween does loosely come from All Hallows Eve.
Well, yeah, and clearly it got turned into something else.
Yeah,
that's why we call it Happy Reformation Day.
Christmas, though.
No, it's. Oh, Cody, you just say stuff sometimes. Peacock Beauty Shop 100-year anniversary. They're celebrating that this Sunday, October 26th at 2 p.m., which is right before the trunk or treat. Okay, this is funny. Research, bad. Tylenol, bad. Portland and ashes, ? Masked ice thugs, good. All right, let's count the churches, baby. Here we go. 1. Back to 19. All right, on to the sports section. The CMU has dedicated the softball field to the Reardon family. We talked about a little bit about this last week, but very cool for them. Probably had to be a cool moment. I did not get to make it, but they've been silly successul over their years there, dedicated to them, and it looks like they've got a spot on the turf that says their name. So that is a pretty cool legacy. Congrats to Pat and Jean and the Reardon family. Very cool. Lady Falcons softball ended their season in districts with a loss to Harrisburg. Harrisburg looks like they've played well. They're 26-9 on the year. Fayette finished at 14-14. And looks like second-year coach Bree Busker bids farewell to 5 seniors, including her starting pitcher Peyton Kendall, Leah Teese, Mariah Felton, Browen Eubanks, and Martha Crowley. So she's going to have some turnover work to do, but not a bad season, Lady Falcons. On to basketball. Harrisburg snaps its 5-game skid with a senior night win over Fayette. They beat, what was the final score here? Decisive 28-8 victory over the Fayette Falcons. Eagles lose to 3rd-ranked Ravens on homecoming. Who scheduled that game? We're supposed to schedule the easy teams on homecoming, not the 3rd-ranked Ravens. Come on. Anyway, they lost, what was the score? 52-7. CMU Homecoming 2025. There's some parade pictures in here. Of course, CMU Homecoming. Optimist Youth Football goes undefeated. The Fayette Optimist Club 3rd and 4th grade youth football team concluded its 2025 season with a perfect 5-0 record. It's a 2nd year in a row. The Young Falcons have finished unbeaten, and their roster size is bigger than the high schools. You know, one of the bigger events in town came with some cruddy weather, which just always happens to our ice cream shop. Whenever we need a big event, it rains or snows. So Rotary hosted its FHS Students of the Month. Congrats to you guys. That's on the back of the paper. And then let's look at upcoming events before we go to Unpopular Opinions. Halloween is on Friday, October 31st. So if anybody wants to just, I almost just said let's have a movie night, but I won't have movie nights with people. That's stupid. Anyway, Fayette on October 24th plays Russellville. They're at home. Oh, it must have been Harrisburg Senior Night. Okay. They play Russellville at home. Harrisburg goes to Lynn. Saturday, the Howard County Progressives Potluck is on Saturday. Trunk or Treats on Sunday. City Council meets on October 28th. I'd love to hear what's going on there, but it's been a little quiet. Fayette City Council meets 6 p.m. Make a note of that. Fayette City Council meets 6 p.m. City Hall Tuesday. Dia de los Muertos is Sunday, November 2nd. Daylight Saving Times ends on November 2nd. Daylight saving time, November 2nd. I don't know if that's real or not, because I feel like Trump every year is like, we're done with that. And they're not. And I'm sick of it. I don't want to change the clock. Although fall, you do get an hour back. Tuesday, November 4th is election day. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens on that day in this town. I don't know. I'm just imagining that that's probably a day that people will get out with signs. All right. On to Cassie with the unpopular opinion of the week.
Unpopular opinion. We should normalize calling out bad parental behaviors. What do I mean by that? Was downtown getting gas at Home Oil. Shout out Home Oil. When I noticed a vehicle go through the intersection with what looked like a 3-year-old dancing around in the back seat. Why? Why is that baby not in a car seat? Oh, but Cassie, it's Fayette. The speed limits are just so slow. Okay, great. I had a friend in St. James, Missouri, where the speed limit was 25 miles per hour, who got T-boned and her vehicle flipped 3 times and put her in the hospital. You never know when something's going to happen. So, unpopular opinion, call out bad parental behaviors where the babies are put at risk, please, because they get one life just like the rest of us, okay? It's not that difficult to put them in a car seat. It's not. And it's worth it.
All right, on to the Fayette News Exchange. Miranda Atwood. Is there anyone who'd be willing to donate 15 to 20 small pumpkins for my group of kids to paint? TIA, which for some of you olds, that stands for thank you in advance, not transient international Atlantic. Or what's TSA stand for? Transportation Services Alliance? I don't know. TIA means thank you in advance. Becky Callahan said if you don't find any out past Howard County Vets, someone is selling pumpkins and they have super mini ones for $0.25 a piece. Today, you guys are going to see this because Cody edits so slow, but today, Mr. Murphy's is here at Fayette from 11 to 1:30. I wish there was an oven for sale and it's gone. Actually, it was free. Harrisburg Early Learning Center is hiring a cook. Amanda Davis has updated her homemade bakery update. She said, sorry for the quiet lately. I have been busy getting everything prepared. I'm planning to be on the square next Wednesday, October 29th with fresh homemade breads and baked goods, 9 to noon. A pit bull needs adopted from Paws. Whoever adopts it, don't let it run loose in this town, please.
Look at him.
He's cute.
Him's not hurting nobody.
Just be responsible. Don't let your pets run loose. If anyone is still wanting to join us for football at Boonville High School this Saturday at noon. Oh, is anyone? So it looks like there's some football games that people are trying to play. I don't know how old these people are, but I just got to tell you, football past the age of high school you are asking for a hospital bill. You just are. Basketball as well. That's like the #1 way to get hurt. That's why I'm a golfer now. I golf. The only thing that gets hurt is my ego every time I swing the club. But then there's just one shot that keeps you coming back, you know? Again, Lynn Memorial has their Italian dessert at the Italian restaurant. Again, this is some false advertising. They made me think they were catering Olive Garden and they're just making it at home. Whatever. I hope it goes well. Proceeds going to the Fayette Senior Center. All right, down to Chelsea. She's selling some straw bales for $4. Wow. Anything that's Halloween, I'm skipping, just so y'all know.
Such a hater.
Is there a shade tree mechanic willing to take payments to install a starter and one ignition coil on a 2004 RAV4? What's a shade tree mechanic? Google it. Does that mean does she mean under the counter?
Shade tree mechanic is someone who fixes cars informally or outside of professional.
So we got the what is it? What would that be? Like the black market, auto repair. Oh, some of the drama around the Peacock Beauty Shop, which again celebrates 100 years. Somebody stole all those skulls, but was on at least 8 cameras when they did that. So they have been returned with a letter. Karen Comp Brunkhorst says, we have a pile of trees we had removed this summer from our yard. Could easily be cut for firewood. If y'all want some firewood, go get it. And that's about it for the Fayette News Exchange. All right, let's move on to the question of the week. What do we got, Cody?
If you could change one law in Missouri, what would it be and why?
One law in Missouri?
Yeah.
One law in Missouri? I don't even know the laws in Missouri. I don't think I could name a law. I also think, this is kind of a hot take, but if you can go serve in the Army at 18, you should probably be allowed to drink a beer at 18. If you can go die for our country at 18, you can drink beer at 18.
I used to really disagree with that, but
Or just, I don't know. I mean, I don't think drinking alcohol is good in general, but yeah, whatever.
When I was working with...
Don't drink and drive.
When there were 16-year-old kids, there was a 16-year-old kid I watched build a brand new truck from scratch working at Monig in Glasgow. And I remember thinking to myself, this kid's more of a man than I was.
Yeah.
Or maybe even am at the age I am now.
Yeah, I mean, overall, alcohol is just not a healthy choice. It's not good for you.
Yeah,
I just think if we're going to mandate when you should drink and when you can go serve in the war, those should probably be pretty similar. I don't know. Hot take. Who cares? I don't make the laws. And now over to Abaya to see what's popping at Henry's Hometown Ice Cream.
Oh my goodness. Hi, welcome to Henry's Hometown Ice Cream. I just wanted to let you know that we are on we're going to have our 2-year anniversary coming up really soon. And so that means that if you want to, you can post a picture of us and then tag us in it, and then we will do a giveaway, and we'll give away a sweater and 2 large ice creams. More details to follow because that was terrible. Goodbye.
If you're interested in sponsoring this show, let me know. Actually, no, I don't care about sponsorships. Whatever. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next week. Go Falcons. Go Eagles. Go eat at your local